Okay, so I am here with trainer extraordinaire, um, just an all-around wonderful woman, very powerful, very intuitive, Miss M.Vivian Lewis. And today we're talking about the power of self-encouragement. Like I said, I've got probably 1,000 questions to go through with this really just wonderful woman, and it's a completely unbiased opinion. Because, from an objective and from a subjective standpoint, I've just seen um, nothing but great things come out of her. First question I would have, which is going to come right into it, would be what, in your own words, does self encouragement do for you?
Wow. Um, in my own words. You sure you want my words? Because my words could be a bit harsh.
If you want to quote anybody else, that's fine.
No, nobody tackles this the way I tackle this.
Okay, then we'll go through it.
And what I do have to be clear because when you're about to get hit with something, you want to know
Okay.
you about to get hit with it. You don't want to just think you had a great show, but in your heart is like, what's the Bible say? You know how the word can divide asunder the spirit, the soul.
Yes.
Okay, so sometimes things could be that heavy that it cuts you up.
Okay.
And exposes who you are. Okay, so the question again. I had to do my prelude because
Sure.
this is real talk here.
What?
In my bag, it's about to go down. I already feel it.
No problem. No problem. The more real, the better. You know how we do here.
I don't mince words. I don't play around if it's something that I know.
Okay. What does self-encouragement do for you?
First thing I want to do is just deal with the question. Sorry if I offend. Self-encouragement. The power of self-encouragement. I see that you labeled it that.
Yes.
How can you encourage yourself? The gospel song. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Whatever, how it goes. What on earth would make a human being think that they're doing that without God? It's a little bit presumptuous to think that people who have the ability to give encouragement, who have the ability to motivate others, are doing it from a place of self. It is a God gift. The Bible says that you have this gift without repentance. The motivational gifts come without repentance. It doesn't matter. The scripture just means it doesn't matter if you're a believer or an unbeliever. If God designed you to know how to motivate others, that's whether you chose him or not.
Including yourself.
Including myself. Okay. So we'll first start with that. Was I born with the motivational gift to move from darkness to light? Yes. Was it something that has been sharpened with iron? Is it something that time has withered? Is it something that circumstances has nurtured? Yes.
Okay.
Is it in an amount that I think is higher than others? I can't speak to that. I won't. I think we all were born with the motivation gift. I just think so. These things now have become our choices to grow it or go somewhere else with it. Some people use it to motivate themselves and not motivate others. Then there is no sharpening. How? How will I'm motivating myself is sharpening me? No, it's not. There's nothing cutting against it. So it's not growing. So if you're able to encourage others, now we're talking. Now we're talking about shaping it. Now we're talking about, if I encouraged him to go through something that he really was feeling low about, I grew a little bit. I've been designed a little bit. I've acquired wisdom somehow. So the more you encourage others, you can encourage yourself. And it's not you, it's the gift. It's you being the channel. So how I do it, how I do it. You obviously start with the word. You first you must have. But see, the word "must" is hard because you have a lot of motivators out here who don't read the Bible at all. Again, that's the gift growing. It just grew without repentance. If you want to have the type of gift I have, then that is with the word. And the word says, keep your heart, Proverbs 4:23. Keep your heart with all vigilance. From it flow the springs of life. And I can't tell you if that's let me give you the right translation. It's not NIV, it's not King James, maybe it's not New King James. It's not New Living Translation, so we'll just call it a Bible verse for now.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you exactly. And the reason why I had this ready is because I walk in that gift of always referring back to the original source. Okay, so let's take this together.
I can appreciate that.
Keep your heart, keep it, which suggests you can lose it. So you are being encouraged through the word to get on your vigilance game. Keep your heart, that's symbolic for your soul, your decision-making cortex. Keep it with all vigilance, because that's where the springs of life flows. So if your heart or your decision-making complex is not full with things that lead towards life, you can't flow to encourage yourself and flow to encourage others in the manner that I'm talking about. For example, and this is now where it's getting deep. My friend, I'm walking him. I love him so much. I'm walking him through his gifts. He don't even know what gifts he has. Okay, so I say to him today, your gift of motivation is different. I said, the reason why I rock with you, the reason why you're in my circle is because when you speak and you give me advice, I feel full. I said, what's the difference? Others give me advice. You give me advice. 5 or 6 people giving me the same type of advice. You give me advice. One shot, one conversation with you, 20, 10, 30 minutes. And my whole life plan is together. I talk to other people, they give me advice. I might, in that 10, 20 minutes, be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And then nothing fruitful takes place. What is happening here? And I'm glad that you're asking this today, because I really had to encourage my friends through my springs.
Yes.
And I said to him, oh, I get what you're doing. Because I just lost my job, everybody. I was fired from a place where there was no encouragement. It was not groomed in that. And it's a school system that, I just pray for the children under the pharaohs. But I lost my job. I'm looking for another job. This is the moment for the epitome of self-encouragement, right?
Yes.
And I can't even encourage myself. I can't even tell myself it's going to change, because I've gone after job interview after job interview. I've gone through the trenches. I've been discriminated against so much, being the brown skin, then being a female in the male world. As far as being a technology education teacher, it's been just that rough. It's been where when the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and he's marking you, if people believe in that, and the concept of testing and trials that will make you, because his ultimate goal is that you turn away from God, that you curse God, and you go. So the trials are designed to make you doubt your faith, period. So I say all that to say, we're talking about the difference between this one encouraging me versus this type of person encouraging me. So, but In my job loss, someone says, go to McDonald's to get a job.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, I'm willing to do whatever. You know what I mean? If McDonald's hire me, not to say that I haven't applied. I've applied to Burger King. I've applied to mall jobs. They'll say overqualified, even if I take out the degrees on my applications. So in any case, so they're telling me to go to Walmart. Walmart, McDonald's, and he goes, why? You're a mom with 2 kids. I said, wait. Did you see what you just did? You took a viable option and said, but that not for you. That won't work for you. And I said, so when you give advice, when you encourage, you come from a standpoint of wellness and wholeness. You looked at my whole picture. I have 2 children. I might, needing the benefits right now. You looked at all those factors and said, that's cute. That'll get you through part of a week. We're talking about a life work here. So he said, so that's not going to rock with you. You have a degree. You have multiple experiences. They're thinking too small. Why wouldn't they tell you to do this? He starts giving me the advice. It's flowing. Now, he's not saying much. Like I just said, it's just, he can say one thing and it's power, like God, when God says, let there be light, and it's big enough. You don't need that job. Why wouldn't you, because you have kids, get a temp job? That way, if you need to call out for this experience or not make it here, or if when that's over, then you go to the next one, then they line up another one, then they line up another one. That would follow your lifestyle.
So is there a level of introspection and common sense that makes it more powerful?
It's a level of common sense. Now, where does this wisdom come from? Right? Because he's now filled with experiences and wisdom. He can transfer the wisdom. So now when I'm encouraging myself, after hearing my friend so keenly say, that's not for you, and you're bigger than that, and you're better than that, as he's encouraging me, as he's filling me up, now when it's time for my dark time, I can fill myself up. No, Jay, we're going to do this anyway. It doesn't matter what nobody says. You're of this caliber. Start from there. So having that foundation, it have to come from somewhere. Some people use the pain to be enough. Okay, right? Isn't this where our Albert Einsteins and all those people? It's not even just that. That vision that you have is so strong, you can't sleep. If somebody really see themselves rocking a crowd, like I'm talking about really seeing a vision of that, they're gonna cut demos. They're gonna work mad jobs to make sure they have extra money on top of their living expenses to cover the business expenses. It's gonna push you on that level.
You're making me want to rename this video the Power of Focus.
Let's call it that. I'm gonna call it the power of the words and the power of the mind, because it says the good person out of the good treasure of his heart produces good. The evil person out of the evil of his treasures produces evil. So the spring is coming from a different channel. So you sit around and we just talk about it all the time. You watching all this poisonous stuff, and you're not watching it for the research. You're watching it for just plain education value and entertainment. I'm not saying research. You're watching it to say, okay, that's how society wants me to act. Scratch that out. I'm not going to do that. Because the vision that I'm tied to won't allow me to do that. I love my Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
The hell would have this woman travel back and forth? It's wintertime right now. I can't even walk without no shoes. She a slave. She ran. Did you take other people with you when you could have just chilled in the freedom? Nothing but a vision. Like, nope. I'm not done. I gotta go back and get the rest. I gotta go back and get the rest. I gotta go back. So
the power of focus.
The power of focus, the power of vision. right? So if you ask me, that core, that core makes the difference. It's not anything but that. It says, and I gotta add to that. So after you have the vision, after the core is settled, then now there's a special focus on your mouth. It says the good person, sorry, Matthew 12:34 through 35. We're gonna just skip past what he was saying in regards to uh, what do they call again? Oh gosh, the Pharisees. Not the Pharisee part, just dealing people to people. The good person out of his good treasure brings forth good, and the evil person out of his evil treasures brings forth evil. And then it talks about out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So now I have to make you're not even making sure. Like, oh no. Your brain, your soul will align itself when your spirit catches it to only speak the good of the vision. Because you ain't seeing negative in the vision. Right? It don't matter. I keep saying whatever's going on with this job. I keep dreaming though that this will be what happens. So when I even speak to say, but I don't really know if that's true. The other part of myself goes back to, but it was shown to me that I will be compensated. You know what I mean? So vision is that important. I don't know how we can delineate and separate vision and encouragement for yourself or for your spirit. Hey, you're my viewer. Thank you for coming in.
Can I come into yours?
Oh, you want to say hello too? Sure, my daughter. But yes, that's what's going on here.
How important is God in this?
If you are a person that comes from the guttermost, God is everything in this. There's no way. And you don't have to be poor to be considered gutter. I'm talking about the underdog, the marginalized, always overlooked. He is your partner. He makes sure he gets you from step to step to step. So God is everything. The people who make it through, and then let's go back to what you're talking about. Because what's your measure of success? Because if you're talking about how the people make it to be 1%, and maybe they don't talk about God at all. They have a different God. They have the power of the networks. They have the power of the strong foundations. So is that really God? Who knows how many times these people fall but have a cushion to bring them back? So I'm talking about the real survivors.
Okay. Let's determine that success if you would ask me. You're kind of sort of asking me. I would see success as a person having a fulfilled life where there is a measure of clarity about what they feel they are here to do.
Text coming in.
And where they are courageously, not ignorant of fear, but through that fear, pushing forward and utilizing their gifts and talents to make a satisfying life for them and those around them.
Yeah, she was talking so much, but say it again. You're defining success as, you gonna make me go on my bag.
Having in a word, a fulfilled life where a person works through their whatever shortcomings or inhibitions that we all have, and they courageously step forward, utilize, figure out what their gifts and their talents and their purposes, and they point their gifts and talents toward their purpose, and through hell and high water, they make a life that is satisfying and fulfilling and livable for them and those around them.
You seem like you answered your own question for me.
Right. Anything you can answer that.
I think first, the vision tells you the success that you want. If the vision says, I'm going to be leading 500, then guess what your success is? Leading the 500. It starts from there. It is, if, for example, right, my vision was from the time I was a child, I didn't know what field I was going to go into, but I said, I'm going to college. I don't care what y'all are doing in high school, elementary school. I'm going. Didn't matter. I didn't even say I'm going to graduate. I'm going to end up there. And is where my fulfillment came from. So that was level one. Then once I was in college, the vision that came to me was, or the feelings that I had was, I'm going to open a school. And so if you ask me if I'm successful right now, even though I have 2 children, I'm married, am I success? No. Why? Because I don't have my school. I run my programs, and that's the closest to feeling like I run the school. That is when you see me at my most fulfilled. I'm going back to teach for the Army. I'm going back to do different teaching things and push people into their destinies. Now I'm happy. I'll do that Monday through Friday, some Saturdays. On Sundays, I can go, you know what I mean, go to the beach with my family. Now I'm living in the uber success. Just that easy. So I'll have to ask you, and I'll have to ask my viewers, anybody who's watching, let's start there. What's your vision? And let that thing come purely from the good place, because the good vision produces good. The evil vision produces evil. So what's the vision, and then you'll see why you're so flustered, or why you're so annoyed, or why you'll understand it. It doesn't matter that I have all these things. I'm not even close to my vision. I haven't touched my vision. If you can't look at the steps of your life and say, okay, I see how this will be tied into the vision somehow, that's where the loss comes from. That's where the depression comes from people. That's where the frustration comes from. That's where the anger comes from. Like when the kids are like, you talking to me like I'm stupid, but I don't see myself stupid. I don't see myself struggling, but you telling me I'm struggling. Why? Amen. So his vision is to go to college. If that's the vision, then he's not gonna get any rest with any teachers that are off course, right, any school that's getting in the way of the vision. Now right, his patience meter might allow him to tolerate those things shifting and changing, because life has to do that. Yes. But he's gonna be so hungry for the college experiences and things already right now. You might see a frustrated kid when it's not coming to pass the way that he feels that it should come. That's how this thing works. So I have to continue on with that. I like to encourage everybody that I love, everybody that I care about. When we sit down in our one-on-ones, we start with your vision. I like to do the social piece, the emotional piece. How will you respond when the vision isn't coming to pass as smoothly or quickly? Because we don't want you to burn out. We don't want you to change and shift and go somewhere else with your vision. We want you to stay true to the vision. I gotta get to college. I have to. So what do you want me to do? Study this book tonight? You said that's gonna get me to college. I'm gonna do that. If I can't read the book, okay, give me the tools. You wanna walk through it with me? I'm willing to do that with you. So because I'm a social, emotional type of teacher, I'll say, bring your food, bring your cell phone, because it might be you have to call your parents, whatever. You still need to be connected to other people while you're pursuing the vision. But by all means, we are going to get to this point of the vision. And that's it. There's nothing else. That's my guide. That light for that. So everybody, sometimes you feel like maybe you don't have a great mentor and things like that. I like to believe that God puts great mentors in your path when you're ready. And if there is not a great mentor, then he mentors you in your sleep. He gives you dreams. He gives you impressions. He puts those feelings in your gut so that you know who you need to be connected to, and you need to know, and you know who you don't need to rock with. So thanks for telling me the vision. No, and I think that when I came, or when I went to Bridgeport, my vision was to come and to help kids get to where they need to be. And my vision was always doing it with a staff that got it and understood it and respected the struggle to get there. And and I always knew, and even if they couldn't, I would do it by myself, because Harriet Tubman is not a small person in presence, not a small person in vision. That's crazy. We don't ever talk about anybody. Oh, well, amen. We don't talk about the people who went with Harriet. Does that mean she did it on her own? No, there was people who lit the way. And
I would have imagined there would have had to be some type of support system. People that would have allowed us for lodging along the trail, food, shelter, maybe fake papers. Who knows?
Everybody bent rules to get the vision. That's just how it is. I got another vision that came in. So yes, I started my business when I like to say 12, but I believe that I was 8. And to my young business owners out there, whatever that vision that you have is, you can start it now. All I did, when people would ask my mom, because I made straight A's my whole life, I told everybody that. When people would ask my mom, can your daughter tutor my child? Because I was just a kid, I didn't even really look at it like business. It's just something I love to do. I was like, yeah, I would do it. And you're a kid, so growing up in our times, that $10, that $5, it might have been, because my corner store was called Fair Deal. That was a lot of chips at Fair Deal. That was chips, that was my gum, that was nail polish, because nail polish is like $1. $10, I could stretch that. So look, 25 cents for some chips, 25 cents for a Huggy, which is the juice that go with it.
Right.
25 cents for my gum, because I didn't like to have, because they crack when you're real bad in school, your breath is wax. So
true.
I got that, and I might have gotten like glitter or something for my nails. It's $1. If I said I had 10, how much money I have left? $6. $6 could carry me on into the next week. We used to have lunch specials. So a beef patty was $1.25. So I got $4. So your girl was like doing what I had to do. And then I built my reputation. Hey man, I appreciate that, because you need it. We all need to be encouraged. We need to know that you can do it now. And like I said, my parents didn't know. I didn't have a business license.
Right.
My business grew. Great. Oh, it grew word of mouth. And it wasn't weird. Everybody else was playing games outside. I played basketball. We played double dutch, because that's my thing. I played football too with my friends. Nothing serious. But I came back in. I was playing video games. I was learning coding. And then I'm going to put it in my practice.
Right.
So I think I scheduled people to come on Fridays when I had no homework myself. Fridays and Saturday mornings. So my young business owner, you will sacrifice certain things, and you still will do it in wholeness. So you make sure you still got your athletics, you still got your social, your fun, your recreation, if you don't. But if you grew up like where I grew up, before I moved to the suburbs, we couldn't even go outside to play. So I grew up in New York for a little while. So thinking about some of us, how we grew up, I don't know if you guys know this guy, but Adam Blackstone, he went to my high school. Adam Blackstone is a bass player right now. He plays for Jay-Z, Jill Scott. He's the one that put together the Soul Train Awards. This brother stay inside every day. We'd be like, Adam, you don't bring the belt. Come outside and play with us. And he's like, no, I'm not coming out. But you can hear him on the bass every day. So his case was a little different in that while all I needed was pencil and paper to tutor, and my business could get growing, he needed actual instruments. And so luckily his father was a musician. So to my young business owner, I don't know what your business idea is. So then we would have to have the conversation about resources, what's available to you, because I don't know, maybe you're a designer in your head. Maybe it's fashion. I'm just saying it might not be. But if it was, then we would now have to go through the lane of just cutting up the clothes that you do own, taking donations from wherever of things that people aren't wearing to redistribute and design the fabric. What do you need? Threads like 88 cents. My mom's a seamstress. You need needles. Do you need an actual sewing machine? Then I have that. Maybe you have someone that believes in you so much they'll give it to you.
Okay.
So yes, vision start with that. And like she says, or sorry, I don't put nobody on blast. I won't say names. But yes, if that's your vision is to be a business owner, then you probably, if you're a true business owner, you probably have about 5 businesses in mind. It's just the gift of entrepreneurship is like that, and one supports the other, supports the other, supports the other. So my young business owner,
Correct.
you probably have a bunch of ideas. We will start with listing them all and listing all the resources you have right now and get started. Truthfully, by the time you're 12, 13, 14, this is when a lot of the singing gifts come together. Oh, wonderful. So food productions, does that mean you're actually cooking it, or you're doing the science behind it? So
Sounds like a good
because how I would interpret food productions, it's not like she didn't say chef.
Right.
So I don't think that's just cooking. Productions to me sounds like even the presentation of the food.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm off. Maybe she's making new types of recipes. Who knows? Okay, so you stop with a shot that y'all. So what you can start to do right now is start to cook for people. What you can do is say, find your niche or your focus. Wonderful, love it. So now we're discussing, will you do bakery pastries? Then you want to have a market. You want to smash that market down. You know how I am. Then you're going to say bananas will always be my secret ingredient. You'll find your thing that you learn how to cook. So I don't know if right now you want to be in the kitchen when your mom is or your dad is cooking. That's a good place to start. Girl, now she said Jamaican food. I won't put her recipes out there. But yeah, start.
Can't go wrong there.
Jamaican food is it's a wonderful treat, but you know how there's stereotypes with people's foods.
Of course.
So now we want to make it edgy. We want to make it fun. So we want kids that are not black to eat it. We want kids that are. Do we want kids? Do we want adults? Do we want people to eat it at weddings? These are all the things that you'll think about. But for right now, since you are a kid and kids eat other great food, you can start to just have small bowls and start selling your little bowls. Like this has rice and peas. This one has oxtails. Put your little money amounts on it, because a bag of rice is it could be cheap. You know what I mean? So you just want to start with what you have. See if you're able to learn the tricks of the trade and cooking it. Or if your mom or dad is making the food, you can be the one selling it.
Very good. Now, since I'm seeing,
I mean, I wonder how many different ways you could jerk something. Is it going to be jerk fish, jerk catfish? Because I never heard of jerk catfish. So there we go. You want to sit with a great mentor or a great creative team. And as a scientist, just start spouting stuff off at the mouth. Now go and test those things in your kitchen lab. Like, okay, well, it doesn't taste good on this. And you know what? People love to taste test. Food is wonderful. You just make little amounts and say, do you like that? Don't even tell them what you put in it. Just get the true reaction. You're science-based, so you just want to make sure you have a sheet of paper. I don't even know if you're doing stuff like this yet, but have a sheet of paper where people could check off salty, sweet, just different things that you can do right now. I would tell you start right now. Everything starts right now. Don't wait till after college, and don't do that. Like, grow the gift, grow the knowledge and the wisdom, so that when you get to college or when you get to high school, you know how to market yourself. Like, look, I'm really good with this.
Now, on that note, since I see that we have people watching, how important is it for you to take this vision and this focus and to put it to paper or record it in some manner?
It's mandatory. If you notice, every rich person that's made it somehow have a book out. Save, I would say, one of my favorites. I don't know Will Smith has a book. I don't know if Denzel has one. So you have some people who don't. But I was just learning about Lonnie Love, the comedian. She has a book out. The fastest way to get to where we want to be is to write the vision down. Yes, start with him. That would be awesome. Have him taste test the different things. And then you know how you do surveys. You could have someone who's not from the culture. You could have, boys versus girls tasting, see what's going on with that. Um, just I love it. Food is the one of the areas like health. It will always be people going to eat. That is an excellent area of finance or commerce. It's food because if your restaurant, or if I don't know if it's gonna be a restaurant, but if it's really really elegant, people will go there. You probably want to, I'm really into business. If you do something nice on Valentine's Days or different holidays, that's a niche market. You know what I mean? If hey, you have your little discount coupons or yeah, coupons. Because people like to do the two favorite thing for Applebee's is like 2 for $20. They run those marketing campaigns, right? So in education, mine is called a bundle. So that's so many hours for such and such price. And I will roll that out beginning of the year, summer session. So I have different parts of my market where people are looking to eat. In the food area, I don't know everything, but I just learned last year that there's such a thing as Restaurant Week. That means everybody's going to taste.
And that's in several cities.
A lot of cities, right? So if I were you, so you got 2 homework pieces. Write your vision down. Get your niche together. What you want to focus on. Jerk seasoning. She got that together. Then now you have to go and taste test. But she a kid, so this part of it won't work without an adult taking her. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I will start from there. Maybe other people will love to taste test with you. So since she can't really go and taste everyone else's food right now, just work on your craft. Because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't sample nobody else's education.
Stay in the lab.
Stay in your own piece, and you will be fine. Yes, Hunty. That's how they say it. Yes, yeah, yes. That's people love to eat, and they love to connect it to a special occasion, birthdays, right? Because I love famous days. So you sign up, and then every May 6th, which is my birthday, remember I get such and such amount of food to eat for free, and then anything after that. So they're good because the free stuff I eat, but I can't just eat the free stuff. I'm so daggone greedy. I gotta pay for the extra stuff. So you can find out birthdays at the school. Don't tell nobody I told you. Because if people want to buy something to give to somebody else for their birthday, grab that boo. Because that's what we did in college. We did a poem and like a rose. So she can do a dessert and a flower.
Okay.
That is okay for your age group. Maybe a flower. You could do some nice words, a little piece of a poem. So the production is good. I like it. So many ways to really get into encouraging yourself. But first you must know that you do have to encourage yourself. You do have to get strong in understanding your vision and go from there. And it seemed like she have support in her brother, and her brother has support in her. Excellent. That's all you need. My brother was a big supporter. Yes. He never disturbed me while I was tutoring. He never did. And so it's kind of cool. My family, they didn't teach me how to do it. They didn't say anything about what I was. They didn't know because African. They didn't know what to say. So if she's going through that, you got this.
What would
Need
be
some watch some YouTube videos on jerk seasoning. I'm about to send you some right now.
what would be um, tips or just some words that you would have on the importance of learning from what's happening around you in order to put that towards your vision and focus.
My tip would be to
I
listen.
guess some people would call them life lessons, the things that just happen with the things that you get from life happening around you and to you.
I think that what I've learned to do is to listen more than talk, um, observe more with my eyes. And that is proven to be everything for me right now. So I don't know, it doesn't matter what age you are. Sometimes you can hear the message behind what somebody's really saying to you. That didn't feel good. Something will trigger in you to make you wonder. I wonder why they said that. And you don't have to ask them too much. You just keep on listening, keep on observing. Once the picture is clear to you, move forward. So I was at a place where, yes, wonderful. She's telling me some good stuff. You just observe. She says she watched the way people cooked from other cultures.
Okay.
So it starts there. So I love how she says that. She might say, because Jamaican and everything coming from the islands have a bit of Indian background in the spices. So now if she watches someone from a different culture, maybe use the red onion instead of the white onion, then that gives her different things to play with when she cooks. So yes, so make everything allowed.
Right. Being observant and analyzing what you're saying.
Hallelujah.
Not just looking at it and saying, "Oh, well, that's just what they do," but actually looking at it and taking it and saying,
Right.
"Okay, this is what I'm saying. I
Right.
like this aspect of it, but
Right.
this is what else I'd like to do with it." And then you take that and you shift
Right.
it around, looking at it from this angle, this angle, this angle, and when you stop at something that you're okay with, that's what you go.
Right. So it
Okay.
doesn't matter again what field, it's the same advice.
Okay.
So if you're a musician, you observe and you hear how people sing a certain song. You're like, that has a tone to it. What is that tone? So now, like you said, analyze, we learn that means to break it down. You want to start breaking it down. Why? What instruments are they using to do that? Like I like the marimba.
Yes.
So I learned early, I guess the marimba is used close to like a steel pan band for very much island sounds. I was like, oh, okay. So as I'm teaching myself, I feel everybody can teach themselves if they exercise the gift of observation. Babies, we come out first naturally observant.
Yes.
I don't know where that goes, or if people tell you mind your business too much, but we are supposed to. Um, and I miss my viewers, but I hope this stuff is helping everybody that's watching, and I hope that it puts you on a path to get yourself where you want to be. Because even with the vision to go to college, observe the people who got to college, observe how they talk, observe, hear, listen to their experiences. You know, ask questions sometimes, but a lot of times observe.
Very good.
I believe that I walk a little differently than those who went to just an Ivy League school. I think going to an engineering school just I can meet another engineer that went to NGIT. It would be close like this because nothing fashions you more than being an engineer. We think differently. So, uh,
Right. Final thoughts, final comments, concerns that that you'd like to give
Oh,
me and our now audience? Thank you, everybody, for signing in.
yeah, thank everybody for asking me questions or sharing a piece of their vision. I want you to be encouraged to know that sometimes going from one step to another, it does take somebody to support you in there. And I'm here to support everybody. Like, that's why I do all these virtual sessions. This is why I share so much, because I think we all need that extra hug and that extra love to let you know that you're not crazy because your brain thinks like that, and so those are my parting words, to remain close to your vision and close to those who will help you. We call it birth out the vision.
Okay. Now, you being um, budding motivational speaker and dare I
Buddy.
say even spiritual guru, because there are a lot of spiritual aspects that you do incorporate into your speakings with people. On that support vein, what is the best way for people to
Oh, you can always email me at rollshelp@gmail.com. You can always go to my Twitter, I am Manager. And then you can go to my Instagram, I am Manager. I try to keep it all the same so that you can find me. How else can you find me? Oh, start there so that I can make sure it goes through my scheduling process and I don't double book you. But start there. Rollshelp@gmail.com. ROLES@gmail.com. And I am Manager is IAMMANEJAY. So it looks like I am main J on my Twitter. My Twitter is live. I don't know. I'm just saying that it is. I gain followers and I lose followers, but I go there and I share the same
You said
stuff.
with self-encouragement, you're bigging yourself up. This is right
You got
in the
to,
vein of
y'all.
of the conversation. So yes,
You got to. I go there. I put out tweets and blasts of encouragement.
wonderful. Okay, looks like you got one more hit from a fan, watcher, or
Yes,
somebody
yes.
inspired.
I just hope that if they want, again, continue to buzz, keep spreading the word that I'm here. I'm going to actually open my center for the tutorings right there in Bridgeport, so you can come by for classes in person live. I'm going to put out my schedule. Like next week, my kids have been doing crazy stuff over here. So you'll know Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So it's a 5-day a week. Come and get your education. That is what I'm doing from 3 to 5:30. From 5:30 to 6, we're cleaning up the space that we're using. But come grow, come learn. That's where I am. That's what's going on right now. So you know how to contact me.
And I understand that in addition to the Bridgeport location, you're also going to be offering online classes as well, much like how we did this interview today. But you'll also be offering courses in various subjects.
Correct. So on top of the online times where I do homework online, I do everything. I'm probably gonna have that at different time. So from that 6, I want to say 7 to 9 p.m. when kids go home after we've been in class, to kind of go over homework with them if they need, and the weekends. So yes, I am available hyperly, virtually, I mean,
Yes.
and then also in person in Connecticut, and I still have my offices down here in Trenton, New Jersey. So I'm doing it big. I'm in 2 states. Holla at your girl. Okay, I'm done with that.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. Again, everybody, that's Rolls Help. Or if you want to reach her by email, that's Rolls Help, ROLESHELP @gmail.com. Also by Twitter at I am Manajay, IAMMANEJAY, and also Instagram by the same handle. Again, we have M.Vivian, motivational speaker, spiritual guru, trainer extraordinaire. Thank you so much for your time. To everybody that's online, thank you for signing in with us. We'll have another video coming out shortly. Again, thank you. Lily, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me. You got it?